My name is Jason Bouch. I'm the founder and CEO of Luramiles. I am super excited to have you guys here today. Guys, I can't even. Luramiles is going to change your world. It's actually going to change everybody's world. The idea behind this is that we're just going to just create something that's so cool that it's going to dominate the transportation industry, and you're going to be a part of that.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Connor, and I am the vice president here at Luramiles. And I cannot wait to dive into this with you guys today, get you guys rolling on some loads with us and making some money. Let's do it. Let's answer some questions that everybody wants the answers to. Most importantly, what is Luramiles and why did we create it? Why is there a need for it?
Great question. Luramiles is a transportation platform that levels the playing field. It removes the bottlenecks in the industry. And we'll get into how it does that here in a little bit. But the real reason why we created this was because we saw the need for this. Over 800,000 carriers went out of business last year. That's crazy. It's an insane number, guys. And nobody got into business to go out of business. That's not the American dream. You guys are trying to feed your families. You guys are trying to build empires. You guys have goals. And I'm sure a lot of it has to do with your families, right? And your family, you don't want to have to go back to your families and say, "Hey, I failed." We don't want that. I don't want to fail. You don't want to fail. Let's work together and build something worth having. And by taking away some of the headaches and a lot of the fluff in the industry, I think we can streamline this thing and really make it beneficial for you guys to work through a platform that levels the playing field, that allows you guys to grow your companies and to build an organization the way that you wanted to build that dream, to really work on that and thrust yourselves into the business world. It doesn't matter what your aptitude is. Laura Miles levels that playing field for you. If you've just started and you barely speak English, you can use Laura Miles. You can communicate with anybody. If you can't negotiate, no problem. You can use Luramiles. We conquer all of this thing throughout the talk that we have here. You guys will see that we built something that is going to really just benefit carriers in general. And we're going to bring you to the marketplace in a way that allows you to compete in a fair market. It's not just about price. You guys have individual things that you bring to the market. A truck is not just a truck. You guys have individual things that you really do deliver on, and that's what Luramiles does. It spotlights the reason why somebody should work with you. So we've come up with a quantitative way to create a metric that will allow customers to see who they should work with, why they should work with them, and then select them, and then do the load, and then get paid. It is that easy, guys.
That easy, huh?
It's that easy.
Jason, to kind of touch on something.
People actually struggle when we show them what goes on here. Like, it was that easy. I'm like, it's that
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's all there is.
Jason, to touch on, we talked about some of the challenges.
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges that Lure Miles is going to fix for not only the carriers but the industry, as a whole?
Yeah.
What are some of those?
Improve communication through direct connections with shippers, right? So I've been a broker for 20 years and I've seen a lot of different things in that time. And one of the things I know that is very frustrating for trucks is when you have a problem, how is it being handled? You're waiting for communication to reach a certain person. And how do you know that the broker's actually doing their job? So if, we do get accused of sitting behind our desk, just hanging out, drinking coffee, and playing on the internet. There are people that do that. I've seen them do it. Guys, I said I've been around for a while, right? This is where we patch that gap. You get direct connections with the actual shippers. When you message them, we do see the messages, but the messages go to the shippers themselves. They are notified, hey, your driver's calling you about something. It brings it to the top of their email. It brings it, we basically rattle their cage and say, hey, there's a problem. Please help these guys fix this thing so that you guys can move faster. The idea is really that we want to keep you guys moving. We want to keep you pounding the pavement and making money. you know, Within the legal confines of your logbook, we want you to compress as much time as possible making money. And that's what we're really trying to do here is to really compress everything, get you as much road time as possible, get you as much home time as possible, allow you to scale your companies. It all starts with communication, guys. That's if you can't honestly communicate your ideas, you can't be heard. And we want you to be heard. You guys deserve to be heard.
For sure.
You
Yeah,
know,
there really is no better feeling than when we can send a driver home on like a Friday where
Yeah,
they're like, hey, I got to get home. All right. And we can send them home at an affordable rate. It's like the best feeling in the world.
I love
Right.
that. I love
Yeah.
that. And then, like around Christmas time, it's very hard to work in this industry
Yeah.
that week between Christmas and New Year's. But knowing that we sent some people to be with their families,
Mhm.
that's gratifying to me.
Yeah. For
I
sure.
mean, over and above the money, guys, everybody's going to make money in this industry. That's how this works. But
Yeah.
we want to make sure that we're getting the things that we need aside from that, you know?
For
And I
sure.
think that far too often we overlook those things. It's important to you, so it needs to be important to us. And I don't think that people take that seriously. It
Or not serious enough.
just about price. It's just about what's the bottom line, what's the price, what's the price. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
What about this? What about this? This person matters. How do we handle that? How do we make sure that they're there to take care of us next time we need something?
Sure. And Jason, we don't shy away from guys the money and how to make the money here and what the structure looks like, things like that. Jason, can we real quick just touch on guys, we've identified a lot of things in the industry, other systems like ours that, have their thing, we have our thing, right? We've
Mhm.
identified the reasons why you guys are not happy with these other systems. So one of
Yeah,
the biggest things is a monthly fee. There is nothing here, guys. You
yeah,
don't
no
pay anything for
subscriptions.
coming and signing up. There's no fee involved with it. There's no broker fee that's tacked on at the end to your
Yeah,
bottom line.
if you tell the carrier, if you post this is the load that I want, this is the lane I run, and I run it for 1,000, that's what you get paid.
Yep.
We don't take percentages off for quick pay. You get paid immediately upon delivery. Oh, I got
Jason, let's talk about that real
we got
quick.
ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, let's talk about that because that to me, that's one of
Yeah,
the biggest things that I think we have the edge over everybody else and what's going to help some of these
sure.
guys keep their business afloat and really start turning from being in the red to being in the green within the first couple of
The
weeks
right
of
thing to do. It is the right thing to do. When you go to a restaurant and you go out to dinner, right? You don't get the invoice, you get the bill. You don't pay for this 30 days after you've gone home and you've had time to think about it, and you're like, hey, was it a good meal? I don't know. Did I really like it? This could have been better. You just pay the bill.
Could you imagine?
Rest, the restaurant industry is already difficult. No, I
Yeah.
could not. They there wouldn't be such a thing as a restaurant. They'd go out of business. The amount of financing they would need to even make that happen would be ridiculous. But guys, why should you have to float somebody else's business? You're a small business owner in most cases.
Mhm.
Why should you have to float a production company's interests? I've never understood this,
Yeah.
especially when I started here. I started off as a driver back in 1996. I lived in Chicago. I still to this day have a Class A CDL, but I never understood why it was okay for somebody to ask me to pay for their stuff and wait on my money. In this day and age, money moves so fast.
Yeah.
No reason. And like back in 1986, nothing existed like this today. Luramiles could not exist. TMSs did not exist. CRMs did not exist. If you did have a system that you worked with, it was very expensive, extremely expensive, unobtainably expensive for most companies, especially a small family brokerage. So, guys, ELDs weren't a thing. I mean, that wasn't a thing up until like the last 10 years. It was really, coming on and then became mandated. We just didn't have this stuff. But now that we've got all these systems that work together, we should make them work together. Make them work in concert, make them benefit each other, make you benefit from this. And it really does start with having the money to function correctly as a company. Having quick pay for fuel is ridiculous. If you're that close on money, well, you've got other problems, and we got to get you over that hump. So by using Luramiles, you're over that hump. No more asking for 40% up front so that you can run the load, and I keep 2% of it, or some processing fee and all this other crap. Done. Just done. Done. You're done being nickel and dime to death with Luramiles. You're just done. It doesn't happen anymore. No fees, no service charges, no back charges, none of this stuff. If something goes wrong, it's addressed immediately. Detention. The
Yeah.
detention schedule is clearly laid out. 2 hours are free, $50 an hour thereafter. It becomes a layover after 8 hours. You're capped at $400. Done. Just done, guys. And it's non-negotiable. The shippers actually signed a contract agreeing to these terms. And we do have satellite tracking that we work with, guys. And the reason why is not to keep tabs on you, but to give some service back to the shippers, right? But the way you benefit from this is that when you pull up to a location, we geofence your location, right? So you pull up, we know where you're at. The clock starts now. They can't say you showed up late. Well, you should have showed up earlier. You were stuck at the window in line, and they were there. We've got coordinates that show that they were
Yeah.
there.
And guys, we will go to bat for you.
Yes,
That's the other thing that's different is
that's why I put that there.
Jason's got 20 years of experience and he's dealt with all of these things. He understands how to navigate the conversation. We've trained our team on how to navigate the conversation, and we will go to bat for you guys. You guys have gone to bat for Jason for 20 years, me 3.5. Right? We're trying to give back to you, and this is the best way that we can give back is by going to bat for you guys when you guys need it most. And we've identified after seeing that number this year, yes, Luramiles has been in development for the last 2 years. It's been a big thing coming, and it's going to be
born of COVID. Actually, COVID's we kind of put the catalyst together. I had this idea even about a year earlier that this should happen, but it wasn't until COVID that I realized this had to happen.
Yeah, and we saw that number come out, this year with the amount of trucking companies that have gone out of business. And Jason and I literally had a meeting as soon as I think you saw it first.
Yeah,
we got on the phone and we said we need to have this thing out now. We cannot wait anymore. This has to be pushed right now. And we went to 12 at night sometimes getting this stuff laid out so that we could get it ready for you guys. And it's ready. We're here.
It's go time, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. Start your engines. Let's get to trucking.
Let's go.
And we talked about earlier about how, if you're not strong in English, that's okay. Luramiles is completely translatable. If you're stronger in Spanish, that's okay. Click the option, off you go. You get everything in Espanol, brother. That's how it goes, man.
If you want to learn the language, go ahead.
Yeah, roll the dice. I can't be responsible for your results there, but I'm not. This isn't a language tutorial. However, if you feel stronger in Russian, great.
Yeah,
set it in Russian. Set it in Ukrainian. I don't care what you set it in. We run this thing through a Google Translator, so it translates everything. And the basis is actually English. I mean, that is typically how the transportation industry is wired in the United States. But we want you comfortable. We want you able to talk comprehensively about what your ideas are, what your problems are, and what your needs are. And you can't do that if you're constantly trying to search for words. So we took that out of the problem, out of the equation, right? We removed that problem. Next problem we removed was negotiations. Not everybody is strong with negotiations. The worst thing you can have is somebody who thinks they're strong at negotiations and is not. And as a broker, I can tell you, we're real good at negotiations. That's what we do. If a brokerage is functioning correctly as an advertising company for small mom and pop trucking companies and puts them in touch with companies that they would not even hit the radar on for massive shippers.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I onboard Fortune 500 companies all the time with Luramiles. I just signed another contract yesterday. Guys, the opportunities are abundant here. I've got people asking me, we need more trucks. It's like we need to stock the shelves, guys. And you guys are the things that people want. I know it seems like there's never enough freight, but there really is enough freight. It's just you're not finding it. Here it comes to you. That's the idea behind this thing. You're done pursuing. They're pursuing you. They're looking for you. They're going to choose you through excellent pricing. Fair pricing with an excellent service is the key. If you put a fair price into the system for a lane and you have a good rating, you will be selected. If you don't, then we have tools to help you figure out how to make that better. But the negotiation thing is nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense for you guys to do it. So we remove that. That's a bottleneck. That is one thing that's holding you guys back from making a profit, right? So if you and 5 other guys are doing the exact same job and you offer a massive amount of service, you're a 5-star carrier, you've got 1,000 5-star ratings, why would somebody pick somebody else besides you? If you're worth that, if you're worth 5 stars and somebody loves working with you and they're screaming from the top of the mountains that they want to work with people like you, why would they not choose you? in this current environment, nobody's got a way of quantifying your abilities.
Yeah.
It's all word of mouth and hope. You know, a lot of TMSs do, say that they got, this, that, and the other. My carrier packet, same thing. They have a rating system in there. But, at the end of the day, guys, that's not instantaneous. This is all right now. This happens immediately. The shippers have to give you a rating when you're done. So your actions are reflecting your next effort. And that's why we do it this way, so that we can remove the negotiation. You know, we want you to compete based on service, like it should be, guys. You should be rewarded for your efforts.
Yeah.
And
So
that's done selection.
those of you that do provide an excellent service, and you're wondering why the heck, what I can't get the loads that I want because people aren't going out there and talking about me after the fact, because it's not mandatory to leave a review or anything like that, right? In Luramiles, it is. The shipper cannot get by giving you a rating. So you are essentially building a brand new book with Luramiles, but you're going to implement all of these things that you're already currently doing. It's just now it's being tracked.
Yeah.
It has to be tracked. So keep that in mind when you guys go to click go on Luramiles. Keep that in mind, guys. This is a fresh start.
Yep. You write the history here now.
Yeah, it's fresh, guys. This is where we make a difference. We start by building this system out and getting you guys in here and getting you guys the rates that you guys deserve, that you guys feel that you deserve.
This is probably the appropriate time to mention something here, guys. Also, not everybody is an appropriate fit for this. We're highlighting exceptional companies. It's through my years of experience that we've filtered down what exceptional companies do. There are certain KPIs that you guys just have in place prior to us even meeting. So I'm sorry, guys, if you just started, your business, we can't work with you yet. We don't know enough about you. We require people to be in business for at least a year before we can even allow you to sign up. After that, green light, go. You got to have a satisfactory rating of some type. Conditionally rated guys are not welcome here. They will not perform in a way that you shouldn't have to surround yourself with these people. Yeah. If you're conditionally rated, you can fix it. And once you do, then fine. You're welcome to be here as long as you fit all those criteria. You have to have, logs. I'm sorry, you have to have inspections.
Yeah.
You can't just drive around for a year without an inspection. This is absurd. These are the things that we do because we want to isolate the people that are doing really well and raise the bar for you. We're putting you in a place where you can't work with people who are going to double broker. We have criteria for our shippers too. Brokers are not welcome here, man. We do not work with brokers. We do not want brokers. And the reason why is because it doesn't help you. It doesn't make any sense for you guys to work with people that are going to broker 2 and 3 times. Everybody loses when that happens. But that we have that vetting system to avoid having double brokers try to show up on a scene and muddy the waters for you guys. The people that are doing the job right, the people that are actually out there really, really wanting to succeed and do all the right things. We want to put you in a position of advantage. And so by having this criteria in place, it removes all those headaches, all those people. You're in an elite crowd. There's a lot of you out there, and we got to highlight you. Those of you that aren't quite there yet, you'll get there. You'll find a way. You have to. Your survival really does depend upon it. Guys, you're fighting a losing battle right now. You're in a position where you're constantly chasing, constantly feel like you've got hat in hand, you're begging, you're hoping that you have a relationship that is worth that will carry you through the year, that somebody does what they say they're going to do. Some of you are going to win there. Most of you won't. That's the honest truth. Not a day goes by that I don't wake up and I see email after email after email. Hey, do you have a load? Hey, could you please help me? Hey, could you do this? Hey, it's a nasty world out there, guys. And we want to help you, and by signing up with Luramiles, that allows us to help you. That gives you a leg up on the opportunity to succeed, right? Everybody wants a hand up. We're showing you how to fish and we're giving you that hand. Here it is. Come on, join us.
Let's go. Hey, Jason, real quick, where would they go? Where would they go to sign up for
Oh
Lure?
yeah. Yeah. Just go to www.luramiles.com, click on carriers and start an account.
Is that
And
easy?
it's just that easy. You
Easy.
put in your company name, MC number, contact information, an email address, hit send. Our team will review, make sure that you're the real deal, send you over some credentials, ask you to sign a broker carrier agreement,
And
and
that's
off
it?
you go. And off you go. Now, once you get in there, we want you to go in and actually, you got to put your driver's information and stuff in there. So we want truck numbers, trailer numbers, driver information. Because what you'll see is we got this cool little toy. It's like a plug and play type of thing, right? And we have like a line of your drivers, a line of your trailers, trucks, so on and so forth. And you literally just drop and drag them into this thing so that you can dispatch. All right. So this acts as a dispatch portal for you. This provides complete security and allows you to avoid having the issue of potentially double brokering your own trucks, meaning like double dispatching, I should
Double
say.
dispatch, yeah.
Yeah. So, if somebody's not there, you just remove them from the truck. We've got a little way, a little quick mechanism to disassemble all that, and you just build a different one. For you guys that are just, a one truck shop, no problem. Same stuff. Be a real quick onboarding for you. Then we have you go in there and you put your lanes in, right? So if you love to go from Chicago to Miami and you'll do that for, I don't know, $4,000, maybe you do it for $1. I don't know, whatever you know, you put that information in there, and then when a shipper needs something, they're going to contact you through that, right? So you'll get a notification and that you've been selected for a specific lane. You can either accept or reject based on the fact that you have a truck or you don't have a truck. And that's that. No forced dispatch, no nothing, guys. We can't make this any easier for you to succeed without your participation. You have to participate, then it gets easier than
For
that.
sure.
But once you set it all up, it's cake, man. And
Yeah.
for those of you guys that have a massive fleet, what I want you to do is email us at info@luramiles.com. And what we'll do is we'll upload your stuff for you. I don't want you sitting there spending all day typing. We'll get our team to get it there and we'll have you upload in no time. All right.
Yep.
It'll be faster for us than it will be for you. So just give us a list, Excel spreadsheet. We can bang that out in very little time and you'll be ready to rock, and then you're just submitting lanes. And whatever works, guys. If something's not active, take it out. Update your stuff. That's all you got to do. Update your stuff. You guys do very repetitive things, right? You guys usually have areas that you run in. Whether your specialty is running from New York to Northern Cal, or if it's going from Denver to Salt Lake City, you guys are probably doing the same thing over and over and over. So these rates should be good consistently. For those of you guys that want to just chase produce and whatever, you're going to have a little bit, more work to do, but you can do that too.
Yeah.
That's fine. Whatever you guys want. You put your price in and now you're competing in a way that you're meant to compete in based on your ability to succeed, based on your ability to provide an excellent service. And we highlight that. So, I mean,
Jason, real quick too. I know we didn't touch on this earlier. Can you just quick provide the different types of trucks that we're currently allowing, or the different commodity and load?
Yes. Yeah, currently our service area is 48 states, United States, and we're handling full truckload. We're doing both van and reefer loads. When we say reefer, we mean frozen and refrigerated. So whatever you guys got, we can do that.
Yep.
Our next iteration, we're going to be adding flatbed to LTL and then full truckload to both Mexico and Canada. And from there, we've got some cool stuff, but I can't talk about it yet because I want to make sure.
I tried to get all the secrets out for you guys, but clearly Jason caught me.
I'm a little tongue,
guys.
But yeah, I mean and that's where the company's going, guys. We want to offer full transparency. There's one other thing. Speaking of transparency, I didn't tell you the cool thing about this. We make 10% capped at $500 on whatever you charge. So if you put $1,000 in, we charge our customer on top of a bank fee. It's a very small fee. $100, which is 10% of 1,000, right? And so if you charge 5,000, we make $500. If you charge 6,000, we still only make $500. And it's up to the customer to choose that.
Yep.
The point, we have to charge something, guys, but that is the full transparency of it. You guys wanted to know what a broker makes? I can't tell you what other brokers make, but I can tell you what Luramiles makes. 10%, no more than $500 per load, guaranteed.
And guys, I want to highlight real quick. Jason said, the next iteration is going to be Canada and Mexico. Guys, if you are a carrier that is operating, in that space, it's okay to sign up now. guys. This
Yeah,
only expedites your ability to get to the marketplace when that time comes. And also it'll allow you to navigate the system, see anything new that we're coming out with, because we'll probably send like notifications to your account,
right.
when you're in it and things like that. So guys, if you're in those areas, this excites you. It's also free to sign up again, guys. If you're
Yeah,
in the
fuck yeah.
United States and you just want to see what the system is about, you want to get in here, see what it is about, click through it, see that it's a real thing. Guys, sign up. There is no charge to you.
We do have some things in the works. We want relationships with you guys.
Yeah.
There's almost a million carriers active in the United States. We
It's
want
crazy.
relationships with you guys. I know it's crazy.
That's
Just,
crazy.
we've got some cool things that we're coming up with that will help you with your jobs, help you when something goes wrong.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's great when everything is going right. Your true fabric is really shown. You're exposed when something goes wrong, and how do you handle that? How do you really handle the crisis? And we're there with you guys. We're there to figure it out. We're there to smooth it over with everybody, make sure everybody understands what's happening here, because that level of communication then also trickles back to the shipper. They need to know what's going wrong, or if everything's fine at all.
Yep.
We want to make sure that everybody has everything they need to be successful, both on the shipper side and on the carrier side. That's how we function correctly as Luramiles. If
Sure.
we've done that, we've done our job, and that's why we only make 10%. Because we want you guys to make money, man. We want you to get out there and churn and burn and add carriers
I
and put people in the truck and hey, I've got this family and my kid's growing up and I want him to be a truck driver like me because now it's a lucrative career again.
Right.
I'm not just getting kicked in the stones every time I turn on the truck.
Jason, one of the biggest things that I think I enjoy seeing the most with people that are using the platform is when they can pay off everything, all of the expenses of their business within that first week of the month.
It's crazy,
And then
right?
everything is in the
Oh,
green after
juice.
that. And I just having the conversations,
Yeah,
we talk to some of the drivers that we've worked with within our brokerage that have, checked out Luramiles. They they have like nothing but positive things to say about it. But the coolest thing is that when we're talking to them, their enthusiasm has now changed.
sure.
You can
Yeah,
hear it coming through the phone that they're on the up and up and that they
throttle.
are they're in the green. It's
Yeah.
cool to hear. And it really, that brings us the most out of this thing is when we hear that people are winning. People
Look,
are
guys.
actually building a book of business and winning using Lure Miles.
Yeah, we want you to win. We want you to be successful. That's the only way we can be.
Yeah.
We didn't just come up with this one day. Like, I had this idea that this would be a great platform. This would be a great thing to do. But I wanted to find out how do we bring capacity to the market? How do we make it so that every driver wants to be on lower miles? How do we do that? I want to be the Amazon of logistics, guys, because that's really how you guys win. You guys end up with all the toys. You get all the options. You get all the benefits of having this juggernaut of a platform,
Yeah.
right? And so we interviewed people. We literally sat down and I spent 6-8 months just talking to friends in the industry. Hey, if what would be your perfect scenario? What would, if you had this, what would you want from it? And we interviewed, and then we looked at all the list of things that everybody said. We said we can do these now, we can do these then, and this will be the future stuff. And so we've got things in the works for you guys that are going to just crazy cool and all for free. I think I've got one idea I want to add that we might do like a little bit of a charge thing, but
Like a
I mean,
prime, like Prime,
yeah, like
as an
yeah,
example, like Prime. And it's not
no,
gonna be crazy. And
no,
everybody's freaking got Prime because of the benefits. That's what
yeah,
we want. We want to bring the value to it, make it just a no-brainer.
yeah, exactly. This is currently everybody's sitting in a position where it makes every bit of sense. Even the shippers, guys. That's the magic behind this. And we're really kind of focusing on you guys, the drivers, right now. But
Yeah.
the shippers are incentivized to work with you guys because they're being offered excellent service for a fair price.
Yeah.
That's all they ever want.
Yep.
Yeah, it is about money, but money is only an issue in the absence of value. And we're putting you guys in a position where you're adding so much value to the event that they can't say no.
You guys are the value.
Yes, you are the
That's
value added
really what we want to
proposition in this
articulate,
game.
guys. You guys are the value in this conversation.
And
When
all
there's
they're doing is shining a light on you guys. That's
Yeah.
all we're doing.
Yep.
We're framing you in the best possible light so that everybody can see just how great you guys are and why you're deserving to have this. These opportunities are going to come to you. And, for those of you that are skeptical, I get it. This is new. Okay, cool, whatever. Amazon was new at one point too. Online shopping was new at one point too. Dat was, believe it or not, new at one point too. That's been around since I've been alive, but
Jason tells me the stories of the fax machine and the filing cabinet too often, guys. I know all about what it used to be, and
that used to be just a board in the truck stop, and the guys would run to the payphones to make phone calls. I mean,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's how we've evolved.
Yeah.
I mean, the evolution over the last 40 years has just been absurd. This is the next evolution of the transportation industry, guys. This makes sense.
For sure.
So
let's go.
Any questions? Call us up.
Yeah.
Info at luramiles.com. We're there for, you go to the website, www.luramiles.com. If you can't spell Luramiles, Luramiles.
Let me just do this real quick. There you go.
Yeah, look at that guy right there.
There it is.
That's beautiful.
Guys, one thing too that I want to highlight that we haven't really highlighted either is it's a platform for you guys, right? So with that being said, we want the critique. We want you guys to tell us, hey, I think this would be a great addition to the platform. Hey, I think that maybe we could take this out and add this. Whatever the case is, right, guys? We want the feedback.
Yeah.
We want to be able to build this that it makes sense for all of you guys on the road. It's not Jason and myself saying that we know everything and that this is how it's going to be and this is exactly right. We don't have all the answers. You guys probably have more answers on the solutions than we do that we haven't thought of yet. And we're willing to accept that and say, yeah, that's totally fine. Hey, you have a great idea. We're going to implement that next week. We have implementation calls every single week that we talk to the development team. We say, hey, these have been brought to our attention. What can we do to bring this to?
How does this make sense? How fast can we bring it to market?
Yeah. So with that being said, guys,
give me how many people are asking for it.
Yeah.
And you guys come up with something, we're going to pay it back, man. We'll come up with something cool to give you guys. Give us great ideas and we'll give you something back.
For sure.
I don't know what that's going to look like. It might be cash incentive. I don't know.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
But that's the cool thing about it is it's got the ability to evolve in the way that it needs to keep the industry moving forward and not detracting, which is what I think we're most excited about, is that we're ready to work with you guys. You guys aren't working for us. You're working with us. And that's what I'm most excited about.
We're all a team in this. Nothing happens without you. Nothing happens without the shippers. Everybody works together. We're just trying to give you a clean platform to work through that keeps everybody on the same page, removes the bottlenecks, and gives you guys smooth sailing. Sure. Lets you focus on all the other things. You guys have a hard day ahead of you. I don't want you having to worry about this.
Yeah.
No, I want you to streamline this part of your office operation, especially if you guys are a small trucking company. That's hard, man. When I first moved to Texas, I was working with a small family company. They had up to 4 trucks. I watched how hard it was. It's a very difficult challenge to manage that,
And it's only gotten harder.
Yeah, it sure didn't get easier. Nobody's giving you a green light or like a get out of jail free card. Nobody's telling you pass go. Here's your $200. It definitely got more challenging over the last 20 years than it really needs to be.
Yeah,
guys, get over here, sign up an account. Let's get to winning. Let's get to building. Let's get to turning this thing around.
Yeah, guys, be on the lookout.
I mean, guys, I get patriotic about this thing. I really think that, like if we have a well-oiled machine, we have a well-oiled country, And in a lot of ways, the company and the country are the same thing, right? In a country, we're all employing people. We're all moving through something together. And companies do the exact same thing. They're all building, scaling, and growing. So for us as a country to operate correctly, we need an infrastructure that will allow and facilitate that. You guys are part of that. We're a part of that. This is Luramiles. Get your answers over here and sign some stuff.
Let's go. All right, guys. Be on the lookout. There's going to be a bunch of stuff coming out. Little tutorials, things like that. There was probably some of that in this video. I got to go back and cut it up, throw some stuff in there for you. And but be on the lookout. There's going to be a lot of things to come. Follow us on all the platforms. We're on everything. So
Or come
follow us
visit.
on there, check it out. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you're excited about, what you want to see, things like that. And like Jason said, get on here, sign up. Let's do it. Let's move some loads together. And yeah, let's do it. It's good to have you aboard.
June 29th and 30th, Houston, Texas. We'll be there. Come
Yeah.
see us.
Yeah, truck show. Let's do it.
Yep.
Jason,
Booth
what's the name of it?
booth
I apologize.
137. I think it's the Houston Truck Show.
Houston Truck Show. Okay, got it.
No,
Yeah,
no,
guys. We will
Hold on.
see you guys. We will see you guys at the truck show if you are in the area. If not, connect with us offline. Connect with us. Just look us up. You'll find us. Connect with us. We're happy to chat. So
Yep. Houston Truck Show, booth 137.
perfect.
That's us.
Follow
Just
the noise.
We're kind
Yep.
of like on the left side of the building, first row, boop, right in the corner there.
Follow the noise.
Yep, follow the noise.
All right, guys. We'll talk soon.
All right. Thank you.